Hi, friends of Lila's. My name is Willow. Well, it's Wilhelmina now, but when I was a kitten, it was Willow. I was born at Meadowview in the summer, well, probably early spring. And my mom, she really couldn't take care of me. She ran out of milk, so a different mom cat had to take care of me. Her name was Boop. She was nice, and, well, she shared her milk and washed me and, protected me when I needed it. But it wasn't quite the same. I had a friend. Her name was Dora. I think you all know her. Well, anyway, she lived outside at the same time I did, and we used to play. Sometimes we would play at night, and we would chase the moths on the porch. Oh, that was such a good time. And sometimes crickets, too. But, yeah, there was a storm. And I know this is part of Dora's story, but it's part of mine too. You see, that storm changed our lives. When that storm happened, Miss Dawn took Dora inside. But I didn't know that. See, I was hiding with Boop. She was protecting me from the storm, and I didn't know where Dora went. In the morning, Dora was missing, and I had no one to play with. And because I was growing and learning to eat meat, I no longer needed Boop's milk all the time. So she would leave me in the tall can of flowers all by myself, with no one to play with and no one to look after me. This made me very sad. And one day, I just began to cry, and I cried, and I napped, and I cried some more. And Miss Dawn must have heard me crying, and she scooped me up and took me inside. In the house, there was a little room, and she took me to the little room and opened the door, and guess what? Inside was Dora, my old friend Dora, and another little girl kitty called Hope. Oh, the three of us became best friends. We were like sisters, and we did everything together. But Miss Dawn said we had to learn the rules on how to be house cats. Oh boy, rules. But it wasn't that hard. We all caught on pretty easily. I mean, it's simple to learn. You just don't go potty in the wrong place, and you don't scratch with your claws. Well, you see that silvery tape on the floor? That's from mistakes about the claws and the scratching. But we did learn. We did. It just took a little while, and we weren't the only ones that did it. We grew, and we learned, and we learned, and we grew. And one day, something awesome happened. Now, I know that you've probably all heard Miss Patty's story. And I think Patty probably told you that sometimes Miss Dawn helps people find their lost kitties. Well, a lady had asked Miss Dawn to help her find her kitty called Charlie. Charlie was a beautiful black cat, and Miss Dawn looked and looked, but never did find Charlie. So she told the lady, Connie, I won't forget you. I know that pretty soon just the right cat will come along, and your loss of Charlie will fade away into the background because you'll have a wonderful new kitty to fill your heart with joy. And guess what? I was that kitty. You see, one day, when we were done learning all of our lessons, Miss Dawn let Connie know that she had 3 kitties to choose from. And she chose me, Willow. Isn't that awesome? I was so excited to go and live with Connie and Tim. And now I even have a sister of my own. Isn't that wonderful? My gotcha day is July 12th, and it's been 2 years of living here in my forever home. And can you believe Miss Dawn is still checking in on me? 2 years later, she just talked to my mom, Connie, and said, I hope Willow is fine. And she let Miss Dawn know how well I'm doing. After 2 years, isn't that wonderful? She takes her job very seriously, and it's a very big job. So if you could help her out with the kitties at Meadowview, that would be much appreciated. There's so much to do there, and so many kitties like me that need so much help. Well, thank you for listening to my story, and I hope you have a great night.